Next topic is IUPAC nomenclature of hydrocarbons. How will write the name IUPAC name of hydrocarbons? So these names are under some rules. We have to use these rules and then only we will write their IUPAC name. And the first step here is we have to choose the longest carbon chain and we call that chain as a parent chain. And for that parent chain we will use a word root, because we know in a name there are three parts: word root, prefix and suffix. So word root is from the carbon atoms and we have to take that chain which is the longest continuous carbon chain, and that chain is known as a parent chain. All these rules will be clear to you when I will take the examples. Like for example, this part I'm taking, all two carbon atoms are in a continuous chain. So how many carbon atoms are here? Two carbon atoms are here. This is a parent chain. So first of all, we have to choose this longest parent chain. And for this chain, we have to use a word root. Like if two carbon atoms are here, the word root for this is eth. So we'll first of all find out the longest chain and we have to select a word root for this. Word root for this one is ethane. This example, there are three carbon atoms in a chain. All three carbon atoms are in a chain. They are present in continuation. So this is a parent chain. Since there are three carbon atoms, the word root for this is prop. So this is the first step. Second step. Now primary suffix. Fix means after the word root what we have to add. Now we have to take the primary suffix. This is selected on the basis of type of bonds present. Type of bond present means between the carbon atoms only in a parent chain. There are single bond or there's a double or triple bond. According to that, we will have to choose a primary suffix that can be ane, ene or ine. Since there are single bonds here, so after this word root, we will add a primary suffix ane here. And if we find a double bond, this one will become ene. And if there's a triple bond, this one will become ine. So this is the primary suffix. And even here, because single bonds are here, so we will add primary suffix ane here. This is the second step. Now step 3, alkyl groups. If there are some carbon atoms, alkyl groups only you will find, which are not here in a parent chain. These two examples just have a parent chain. There is no extra carbon atom alkyl group here. But if we'll find some alkyl groups that are not included in the parent chain, these will be treated as substituents. We call these parts which are not in a parent chain as substituents. And for substituents only, we will write a prefix. Before this word root, we will add that prefix for these parts. And all these substituents, if more than one is there, we will arrange them in an alphabetical order. So this part will be when I will take that example, then it will be clear to you. These are the rules for writing IUPAC nomenclature. Now we are doing some more examples so that these rules should be clear. Come to this example. First rule, find out the longest continuous carbon chain. All the 4 carbon atoms are in continuation only. So this is a parent chain. All carbon atoms are here in a parent chain. There is no substituent here. Then after this, finding out the parent chain, you have to select the word root. For 4 carbon atom, word root is but. Then we have to add a suffix after this, since carbon atoms linked by single bond. So this suffix is ane. So name of this compound is butane. Now come to this example. In this we will have a prefix. In this compound, only 3 carbon atoms are in continuation. Either take these 3 carbon atoms or take these 3 carbon atoms. They are coming in a longest continuous carbon chain. Now, this part is not included in this parent chain. Why? Because I said parent chain should be the longest continuous carbon chain. If I take the chain like this, then I have to pick up my hand to come here to join this CH3. So if I'm picking up my hand when I'm moving through the carbon chain, then that part is not a part of a parent chain. So when we are moving a hand on the carbon chain and straight without picking up my hand, if I can move on this one, then only this one is a parent chain. Even here 3 carbon atom, even I can come like this also. To come to this side again, I don't have to pick up my hand. So either this one we can take as parent chain or this one we can take as a parent chain. But I'll suggest you, if you will have a choice like this, always take the straight one as a parent chain because it will be easy for us to write its name. Now see, in this compound, we are getting parent chain. And since this part is not coming in a parent chain, this is a substituent. While before this, the 3 examples that we have done, there was only a parent chain, there was no substituent here. And substituent will always be an alkyl group. In class 10, all examples that we'll do, the substituent will be an alkyl group. So after choosing a parent chain, after choosing a substituent, now we'll write the name of this compound. Now how we'll write the name of this compound? First of all will be the name of substituent, then will be the name of this parent chain. For substituent we use a prefix, and this substituent with 1 carbon atom alkyl is called methyl. This parent chain we have to number the chain. Numbering we will do it from left to right or right to left. From that side, which will give lowest number to this substituent attached. Now if I do the numbering from left to right, this substituent gets the second position. Even if I do the numbering from right side to left hand side, then also substituent gets the second position. Then number it from any side, from left to right or right to left. From any side we can number it because substituent gets the same position. And this position of substituent, second position, this is called locant. The position where substituent is linking with parent chain, that is called locant. So locant here is 2. The position of substituent is second carbon atom. Now in the name, first of all we write the position. This substituent is linking with the second carbon atom, so we will write 2 here to tell the position of substituent. After position put hyphen and then write the name of substituent. This substituent is methyl, so 2-methyl. 2-methyl means methyl is with the second carbon atom. This is over. Now come to chain. In chain there are 3 carbon atoms, so write prop for this. And after this, since single bonds are here between carbon atoms, we will add ane. This is the name of the compound, that is 2-methyl propane. Come to the next example. Same way, in this example, find out the longest continuous carbon chain. This is the longest continuous carbon chain with 4 carbon atoms. Or take this one, this also has 4 carbon atoms. So I am taking the straight one. This is a parent chain. This is not coming in parent chain, so this is a substituent. So this is substituent and this is parent chain. So after finding out parent chain and the substituent, next rule is number this parent chain. The numbering will do it from that side which will give the lowest number to this substituent attached. If I do numbering from left side, left to right, substituent gets the second position. But if I do it from right to left side, 1, 2, 3, substituent gets the third position. We have to do the numbering from that side which give lowest number to substituent. That means from left to right hand side we will number it. Locant here is 2. After numbering the chain, now we'll write the name. First is choose parent chain and substituent. Second rule is number the chain. Now third is we have to write the name. In the name, first we write the position of substituent. Position is 2. Then hyphen. Now name of substituent CH3 is methyl. Now come to the chain. 4 carbon atom but. All 4 are linking by single bond, so it is ane. 2-methyl butane is the name of this compound. Next compound now. In this compound, parent chain has 3 carbon atoms. Straight, this chain is 3 carbon atom, or you can take this also with 3 carbon atom, or you can take this one or this one or this one, like this. Any side you go, you will get only 3 carbon atom in a longest chain. That is the parent chain. So, and these 2 are not included in a parent chain. That means these 2 will be the substituents. So this is a parent chain. This is a substituent. and this is also a substituent. So now in this compound there are two substituents. After finding out parent chain and substituent, next rule is we have to number the chain. This is a parent chain. Numbering from left to right, whether I'm doing or from right to left, substituents are getting the second position. So here two substituents are here. Locant is here. Both substituents are with the second carbon. So it is 2 plus 2 you will take. And locant is sum. This is called sum of locants. So if more than one substituent is there, we have to take the sum of these. That side which will give the lowest sum will do the numbering from that side. So here the sum is 2 plus 2. From both the sides it is 4. So do the numbering from any side. Now writing the name of the compound. How will write the name of compound? Both the substituents are same, methyl. So we'll write the name together only. Attached with second carbon, so 2 will write twice here. 2 comma 2 will write. That shows with second carbon there are two substituents. Hyphen after this. Then we write dimethyl. There's no need to write 2-methyl separately. We'll combine it and we write 2 comma 2. And before methyl we write di. If 3-methyl will be there, we write tri. If 4 will be there, we write tetra. That means we are just adding a prefix before this di, tri, etc. So this is 2 comma 2 dimethyl. Substituent name is over. Now come to the chain. 3 carbon atom prop. Carbon atoms linked by single bond, so ane. This is the name of this compound, 2 comma 2 dimethyl propane. Now next question. In this compound, this straight chain is a parent chain. This is the longest continuous carbon chain. These two groups are not included in the chain. That means these two are substituents. Now we have to number the chain. Numbering, if I'm doing it from left to right, sum of locants. Sum of locants here is 2 and 4. Locants means substituents are with second carbon and the fourth carbon, that is 6. Even if I do the numbering from this side to this side, substituents will get 2 and 4 position. The sum of locants will come out to be same 6. That means do the numbering from any side. After this, name of the compound. Both the substituents are same. One is linking with second carbon, another one with the fourth carbon. So again we'll write 2 comma 4 now we'll write. That shows one substituent is with second carbon, another one is with the fourth carbon. And then we write di and methyl here. So 2 comma 4 dimethyl. Now chain, 5 carbon atom is pent. Carbon atoms linking by single bond means it's ane. Name of this compound is 2 comma 4 dimethyl pentane is the name of this compound. Moving on to the next example. Even in this is a parent chain having 5 carbon atoms. We can take this also as a parent chain. This also has 5 carbon atoms. Or this also has 5 carbon atoms. So there are 5 carbon atoms maximum in a parent chain. I'm taking the straight one as parent chain. So this one will be a substituent. Numbering from left to right when I'm doing, substituent is getting the third position. But even from this side, if I do the numbering, substituent gets the third position. So do the numbering from any side. This substituent is C2H5. This is ethyl. So now name, with third carbon, there's a substituent that is ethyl. So 3-ethyl. With third carbon, there's ethyl. Chain, 5 carbon atom pent, and then ane we will write because there are single bonds here. So name of this compound is 3-ethyl pentane. Next question. This is a parent chain with 4 carbon atom. These two are not included in the parent chain. Now numbering of the parent chain, we'll do it from left to right, not from right to left here. Because here the sum of locants is, both these substituents are with second carbon atom. So it is 2 plus 2, 4. But if I do the numbering from right to left, substituent's position will be 3. So sum will be 3 plus 3, 6 will be there. So do the numbering from side, which will give us the lowest sum. That means from left to right. Now name of this compound. Both the substituents are linking with second carbon. So we write 2, 2 and after this dimethyl. Now chain 4 carbon atoms. So it is but, single bond. So this is ene. 2, 2 dimethylbutane is the name of this compound. So these are examples where single bond compounds, alkanes I have taken with a branching. Now next one here. This compound now with double bond. This is a parent chain only. There is no branching here, no substituent here. 2 carbon atoms in this, so word root is eth. But there's a double bond, so after this we add ene here, ethene. Next compound. This is a parent chain, no substituent here. Even here, this is a chain, no substituent here. This is a chain, no substituent here. But in this compound, this is a parent chain and this one is a substituent. After finding out a parent chain and substituent, our next rule is number the chain. Now, in this case, the rule is number the chain from that side, which will give the lowest number to the multiple bonded carbon atom. Multiple bonded carbon atom means the carbon atoms which will have a double bond or triple bond. Do the numbering from that side, the side which will give the lowest number to this carbon. Now in this case, if I number it from left to right, 1, 2, 3. Double bond is between 1 and 2 carbon atom. We take the lower number. That is, we say double bond is with the first carbon atom. But if I do the numbering from right to left, 1, 2, 3, double bond will be with the second carbon. This side is giving 1 position to double bond. This side will give 2 position. So do the numbering from a side which will give lowest number to the multiple bonded carbon atoms. That means we'll do the numbering from left to right. Now, since there's no substituent, start with the parent chain. 3 carbon atom, write prop. After prop, we will add ene here because it's a double bond. But now, before ene and ine, we have to write its position. Double bond is with which carbon atom? First carbon atom. With the first carbon, so before ene, we write 1 here. And before 1 and after 1, we will put hyphen. This is the name of the compound, prop 1-ene. Now this compound, numbering from right to left side, because this gives the 1 position to this carbon which has a double bond. But if I do it from this side, this carbon gets a 3rd position. So do the numbering from this side. Now in chain there are 4 carbon atom, write but. Then ene, but before ene its position, it's 1. So but 1-ene is the name. Why we have to give the position here before ene or ine? Now see this compound. This also has 4 carbon atom. This also has 4 carbon atom. In this compound, double bond is with first carbon. But if I take this compound C, numbering from this side, double bond carbon gets 2nd position. Even from this side, double bond gets a 2nd position. That means do the numbering from any side. 4 carbon atoms in a chain, write but, but not double bond is with the 2nd carbon atom. See what is the difference in the two? Their names are not same. Though formula is same, names are not same. What is the difference? Here double bond is between 1st and 2nd carbon atom. Here double bond is between 2nd and 3rd carbon atom. So how that one will be clear to us? If before ene we write the position. If we'll not write this 1 and 2, butene will write, then how we'll find out the difference in the two compounds? Because the two are different, the position of double bond is different. That is why it is must to write before ene the position of the double bond. Now this compound, this is a parent chain. Numbering from the side which gives lowest position to double bond. We will not see the substituent here. If double bond is here or triple is here, we'll give preference to double bond or triple bond. Numbering from a side which give lowest number to double bond. Now in the name, first is the name of substituent. Substituent is linking with 2nd carbon. So first is 2-methyl. Now come to the chain. 3 carbon atom, we write prop. And then ene, double bond is with first carbon atom, so prop 1 1-ene is the name of this compound. 2-methyl prop 1-ene. Remember, first is substituent, then is a chain, then is ane or ine. Before substituent, before the double or triple bond, there should be the position. Next, now triple bonded compounds. In this case, this is a chain. This is a chain. All carbon atoms are coming in a chain. Even here, all carbon atoms are coming in chain. Even here, all are coming in a chain. No substituent here. So I'll take one example where there is a substituent also. Triple bond here. Here I'm taking a substituent. This example I'm taking. In this case, this is a chain and this is a substituent here. Now, name of this compound. There are 2 carbon atoms. Number it from any side, it is one position only. Ith-ine. We are not writing 1 here because in this case it will be 1 only. So we'll write ith-ine. In this case, numbering from this side. 3 carbon atoms in chain, so prop. And with first carbon, there's a triple bond, so 1-ine. In this case, numbering from this side. 4 carbon atoms in a chain, but. And triple bond is with first carbon, so but-1-ine is the name. In this case, number it from any side. Triple bond carbon gets a second position from both sides. So number it from any side. Now in chain, there are 4 carbon atom, but. And triple bond is between the second and third carbon atom, so it is but-2-ine. What is the difference in the two? Here triple bond is with first carbon, here triple bond is with the second carbon. This is but-1-ine, this is but-2-ine. Now this compound, numbering from this side, from the triple bond side. Now name of this compound. First will be the name of substituent and before this its position. 4-methyl. Now come to the chain, 5 carbon atom, pent, and after this ine, but its position is 1. So pent-1-ine is the name of this compound. And with this, the nomenclature of hydrocarbons is complete. IUPAC nomenclature of hydrocarbons.